All right. All right. So, Google I/O, man, let me tell you, that was awesome. What's up, guys? Mr. Smartwatch here, and we got here Barry Johnson. Welcome back, man. Thank you for coming back and talking about Google I/O and Google Pixel Watch. Uh, what was your thoughts of this year's event and, the Pixel Watch that came out or was announced?
Yeah, the event I thought was pretty amazing, and I'll have to say that one of the things that I'll just kind of lead with is Google I/O is really a conference that has like a big hall that has like a higher level, and then you have breakout rooms where you go into more detail. So it was cool to see from just someone that has been interested in Google I/O for years. Cool to
Right.
see that they actually have like literally a legit event now. And I was on cloud nine for like 3 hours afterwards after all the announcements. I was
You have
expecting
no.
6A, I was hopeful that they were coming out this smartwatch, but I did not expect all these things. So I'm
Me
impressed with
either.
the smartwatch. Definitely.
I really am. The two things that I was very impressed to see was a tablet and the smartwatch, and I can't wait to see when they take that deep
Yeah,
dive
yeah. Correct.
into both of those.
Correct.
But I'm really happy that now we have a competitor to the Apple Watch and to Samsung watches as
Hmm.
well. Now what's your take on how well it's gonna do as far as sales go and
Yeah,
whatnot?
as far as sales, I don't think it's going to do well. And also, keep in mind, I don't think they right away are going to try to compete with Apple per se. Like, like it's
Hmm.
supposed to not have iPhone support, right? Like it's supposed not to be compatible with it right
Right.
away. But I think it will do well. I think people that are fan of Pixels like myself will definitely be picking them up. But for as far as mainstream, I think it's going to be
Yeah.
one of those things where it's a slow uptick, unless they put money behind it like they did this last year's Pixel 6 and 6 Pro.
Yeah. I was kind of disappointed to see that um they didn't add support to like iPhone and stuff like that. So I was kind of hoping to grab
Yeah,
it
yeah.
and review it as an iPhone user, but unfortunately,
You could
maybe
you
next
could
gen. But what are
or
your
yeah,
thoughts?
yeah, well, this are your thoughts. So next gen you could review it as an iPhone user, but this gen you could review it as an Android user.
I'll have to grab an Android. I'll
Yeah,
have to grab an
yeah,
Android.
yeah.
Um, hey, for anybody listening out there, if you have a free Android that you want to sell or give away,
Yes.
let
Give
me
it to
know.
Mr.
Let me know.
Smartwatch. Give it to Taylor.
Because, man, I used to have an Android phone, and then like years ago when my nephews were little, they just grabbed it and like started playing with it and
Hmm.
eventually smashed it. So I was
Yeah,
like, uh,
yeah.
I'm back to using iPhone, so
Hmm.
really didn't matter. But
So
um,
one thing I thought, because I thought about you like when I was watching the announcement, and
oh,
I
okay,
mean the OS did look very smooth. Like there's a lot of things I really
yes,
like that. Like even
yes,
down to the design, the integration,
dude,
Google Assistant. A lot of that stuff was like speaking to me. Like because I was one of those people like, well, what are they gonna do with the watch? Like really wanting to know. So I'm like, okay, you are the smartwatch guy. So what are your kind of thoughts of what you see? Because I was very impressed, and I wanted to make sure I temper my expectations.
yeah, no, I'm definitely impressed, especially how they integrate it with Fitbit. I
Mm-hmm.
think that was pretty cool as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm gonna be very honest. If Apple were to make a round watch, that would be it. That would
Really?
be it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. All
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah.
That's high
I
praise.
really, dude, like I don't know, like I really love that design. As far as the bezels go,
Hmm.
man, those are some pretty chunky bezels. I
They
don't know.
are. Yeah, they are. I've
I
noticed that
I
as
I
well.
I kind of feel like they went back into like the first gen Apple Watch thing where
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have that fat bezel.
Hmm.
But I mean, this is the first generation of this
It's the
watch.
first
Hopefully,
generation. I don't think companies need to do that, even though it's the first generation.
hmm
But it
hmm
always, whenever I see stuff like that, it always screams to me, okay, Gen 2, they're going to be like, oh, look at this, they're going to
yeah,
reduce the bezels and all that stuff. Like, you didn't have to have the bezels that big to begin with, right?
yeah, yeah.
So that's my
Um,
thought process. Now, years ago, yes, but now, no, I don't think we need it. We don't have,
no,
not
we
that we
don't.
need it. So, yeah,
We really don't. I
yeah.
was honestly disappointed, and I didn't really notice it when I was watching the keynote. But then
Hmm.
I saw people's videos, and I'm just like,
Hmm.
nah, that doesn't sit right with me. I'm sorry,
Yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Um, but as far as like functionality and speed, what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's good. And remember, well, you probably don't remember. So I'm a big Google Assistant guy. So like
Yep.
Taylor, like I'll say the keyword. And sorry about that. I just threw my Google Assistant just by doing that. But yeah,
No,
I
it's good.
actually, so on my Pixels I don't make any changes, but I'll make slight changes
Yeah, yeah.
to my other. So that was my OnePlus respondent. I didn't say the keyword. You heard that. I just mentioned it and it started talking. But I will
I
say the
swear to
keyword.
you.
I'll say the keyword and I'll go like I talk to my phones all day. I'll keyword
Right.
and I'll just like compose email. I'll give it the person to. There's times you might hear my phone respond back because I'm like someone will distract me and they're like, "Hey, who am I sending this to? You told me to compose the email, you know." So
I
I'm really interested in like, okay, I've got this watch and I can just talk to it. I don't have to grab
Yep.
my phone or anything like that, you know.
Yep.
So
Um Now as somebody like that speaks more than one language, I find myself in the same situation with the Apple Watch and any other Apple
yeah.
products that I have here. Um I find myself like when I'm having a normal conversation with my parents at, over dinner or whatever, my stuff will go off and I'm like, I didn't even say anything close to the word
Hmm.
that wakes the product up,
Hmm.
and all of a sudden,
So I don't get that as much. Like if I say assistant or like like, but I know what you're talking about. I know,
yeah,
but I have to
and
say like we've got a lot of Google products in here. My wife has a knack for waking them up. So there's a lot of times where she'll say stuff like she'll respond back to the assistant like, "Hey, I'm not talking to you." It's like, "Oh, my bad." You'll actually hear they have all these different
I love it.
sayings. I'm
I
like,
love it.
"Wow, okay."
I love it. I love
So
it. Man, I really hope that Siri expands in that way
see,
because
that's the
I love.
problem. That's I think the watch had to happen because I really think Apple just really left Siri to die on a vine, right?
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like, it's
yeah.
good enough for our consumers, but like having, and I think people know that I love Pixels,
Yep.
but I love all technology, right? Like, so like, I'm excited about it. It's like if Google does something well, that forces Apple to do something well, that forces Samsung to do something well. That there's a happy relationship. If they're just flailing at the wheels and you and I are not having this conversation excited about a
Yes.
watch,
Yes.
then what is going to happen to Siri? What's going to happen to Google Assistant? What's going to happen to all these products? They'll get progressively worse because no one is demanding of them. So
Right. Right. Um, as far as pricing, we don't know what it's
we
going to be
don't know
priced, but
pricing yet.
what are your thoughts
I
around?
kind of think it's going to be similar to like the Galaxy Watch pricing.
Gotcha.
I would love for it not to be. I would love to be
Yeah.
wrong, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Do you have any thoughts too, or?
Yeah. I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm honestly going for the same, maybe like three, three something, 329 or something
Hmm.
like that.
Hmm.
I don't know what the Samsung watches are priced at right now. Like the latest one.
Yeah, see, I got
But
mine as a deal, so I'm not sure if it was like around 349 or what have you.
you sir are a very smart man.
Is that what it was? Okay.
No, I'm just saying, like, getting a product that's a deal.
Oh, yeah,
Very
yeah,
smart.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
smart. Um, yeah. So I actually have the Apple Watch SE, and I
Hmm.
got this for a Mother's Day deal, for $279. And bro, $279 for this watch.
Yeah.
It's just incredible,
Hmm.
incredible.
Hmm.
Um, but going back to the Pixel Watch, honestly, like, I wouldn't say more than like 400. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it. Yeah, I think
I wouldn't
399
say.
top. Yep,
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Um, for this watch anyway. For
Hmm.
future watches,
Yeah,
if you know,
depending on what they do. Yeah, so yeah, they could go higher or lower.
yeah.
So,
So, was there anything you wish to that was different about this watch?
well, you know me, I would want bigger battery. You know,
Mm, mm, mm.
but like I said, I'm starting to
Listen,
warm
as
myself up. You know, like I even told myself, I'm like, all right, well, I got the Galaxy Watch basically for free, and
as
I'm like, could I
somebody
do?
who
Go ahead.
as somebody who tested a $34 watch, a $34 watch
Yes.
that lasts a week, these things, as far as I can tell you,
Yeah.
pieces of junk.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So like
Dude,
I've already, I'm like, should I get my Galaxy Watch? I'll have it, and then like I'll use it one day, and put it on the charger, pull off the Pixel Watch. You know, just rotate. You know,
right,
because
right.
uh,
Man, listen. So what's your hopes for the next gen watch? And
yeah. So you know me, battery life. I'm impressed with the functionality. I'm sure after I
yeah,
get it in hand, there will be some
is
feedback to the functionality, stuff that I really like, stuff that I would
hmm,
like to see in the next gen. But I think right now at this stage, it would be battery life. I would love to
yeah,
get 4 days of battery life, or at least three solid, like where it's like there's
yes,
no nursing.
yes.
I'm just using it, like notifications going off like crazy. You know.
Would you, as a content creator, would you review this watch? You
Yeah,
think?
I would. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know how much. Like, I'm not going to be able to give the detail that you'll be able to. I'll be able to be more like of a like, oh, this is cool kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But yeah, I
yeah.
think so. I think it would be cool for the audience to see, like, oh, I got it and all that. Yeah,
That's awesome, man. That's
yeah,
awesome. Yeah, man. I listen. I love this watch, and I can't wait to see what people say about it.
yeah. I
Honestly,
agree.
um, and I'm very hopeful for the next gen of Google Wear.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that they crushed it this year,
Hmm.
and they listen. I have total faith. I have total faith. So, but is there any other commentary that you want to make on this subject,
Um,
or
not on the watch. I just like I said, I'm very impressed with what I
yeah,
saw. Didn't think I would be this impressed. So yeah, it was like I even thought it looked nicer overall once I
right?
saw it. You know, so I'm like, oh man, this is going somewhere.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for coming on, Barry. I really appreciate it.
I always.
And I can't wait to get you back on, and
Yeah,
maybe I'll make it a live stream sometime, man.
yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah,
But guys, thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you guys think about the Google Pixel Watch, and uh, whether or not would you buy it or not. Let us know in the comments section. Make sure you guys go and follow Barry on Twitter and on YouTube. Awesome content he puts out there, man. And I really mean that, man. You put
yeah, I
amazing work
appreciate it.
into your
Thank you,
content.
thank you.
Keep it up. So hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one.